Hello friends, I am back in the treehouse and I am going to read for you a VeggieTales story today called Listen Up, Larry. Alright, so let's get to it. My name is Detective Larry. This is my partner, Bob. We solve mysteries. Sometimes our jobs are very messy. Here is one of our stories. Bob and I were out in the car. Ring! A call came in. There was a mess at Junior's house. We drove there fast. At the asparagus house, Mom and Dad were sitting at the table. They looked sad. Look at those sad asparagus. They showed us Junior's report card. I looked at it very closely. Junior had all U's. That means unsatisfactory. That is not good. Hopefully that's not your report card this year. I put the report card in a bag. We will figure this out, I told them. Larry, Bob whispered, you put the report card in the bag with your lunch. Oops. Silly Larry. What is he doing? Bob and I went to Junior's school. We hid in the closet. We could see Junior. I could also eat my lunch. We found the problem. Junior wasn't listening. He was talking. He was drawing. Anything but listening. There's Junior right there. See how he's talking? He's annoying that carrot young lady behind him. This is bad, Bob said. God wants us to listen. That's how we learn. What did you say? I asked Bob. I wasn't listening. Larry didn't do a very good job at listening, did he? Kind of like Junior. Bob had a plan. Meet me at Junior's house, he said. I forgot how to get there. Bob gave me directions, but I wasn't listening. That's not good. How can you get to the right place if you're not listening for the directions? My stuffed badger and I drove to Junior's. We drove and drove. Junior's house is not this far, I told my badger. We stopped at a gas station. The P's there couldn't help us. We were lost. Really lost. There's Larry and his stuffed badger. Because everybody has a stuffed badger, right? We got back in the car. I wished I had listened to Bob. We drove and drove and drove. My badger was scared. Look at that silly sign with the bull. He's like smiling. What is happening? Where are you, Larry? Finally, we found Junior's house. We were very late. The asparagus family was in bed. Larry, Dad Asparagus said, Bob left a long time ago, but we do have some good news. Ooh, that's good to hear. It is important to listen, Junior said from inside. Bob told us you were lost, Junior said, because you didn't listen. I don't ever want to be lost like that. From now on, I am going to listen. Woohoo! Junior learned his lesson. I thought about my behavior. I thought about Bob. I wasn't very nice to him. I started to leave the house. Thanks, Junior said, with a smile. I went to get Bob. We drove to a diner. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, I told him on the way. He apologized to Bob because he wasn't listening. He wasn't being the best friend. Make a left here, Bob said. I made a right. I drove right up on Mr. Nezer's porch. I wasn't listening. Again! Oh, that's not good, Larry. We got back on the road. Bob gave directions to the diner. This time I listened. I'm glad that he finally started listening to Bob. That's the end.